what you're talking about and do some researches when you present it to your audience, and you can actually have authority, have the truth behind it, back up what you're saying. In addition to that, you need to, again, think about the audience. What's in it for them? When you say, when you get your voice heard, everybody hear what they want to hear. Is think about what it is, what you're trying to preach, what is your idea will benefit the other person or the other audience you are talking to. That's where their ears perked up. Oh, okay, when you touch those keywords that they're interested, you can see their eyes open up, ears perked up, and if they're talking about in your languages, and sometimes too techy, you will see their eyes start getting confused. They're not listening, even though they are there. So,
I think the good thing that I get to share is I'm an extreme introvert. I was scared to death to do anything like this, and I have to really push myself over the last 20 years to actually do something like this. Just standing, giving a technical presentation, I did all my homework. I knew everything, frontwards, backwards, whatever. But the thought of actually having to stand up and actually give that presentation. About 2 years ago, I had to give a presentation to about 1,500 people on a business line that I was brand new to, 2 months into it, and things like that. I read it for weeks, but doing your homework, really figuring out what the message is, what do you want them to walk away from? Because at the end of the day, they're only leave with 3 facts. I mean, you can talk for an hour, they're only going to leave with those 3 facts. So what are those 3 things that you really want them to walk away with? And those are the things that you have to keep hitting on time and time again. So really getting over that introvert. It's good that you know all that information. It's good that you've got all these details. You've done your homework. You want people to see that. So do your homework, figure out what you want to say, and then just stick to those 3 things. Don't keep adding to it.
I think in terms of getting our voice heard, I'll speak in what I take that to be. One, being perhaps a technical person in a business meeting, and another maybe being female in that business meeting. So some of the characteristics I think that people would put on a technical person is that we may be more timid, more introverted, more less likely to to speak our mind or to share our opinion. And it tends to be true. But there's, to me, what I've seen in technical people is that there's 2 extremes. One is even though I know whatever this conversation is going on around this table, they're actually wrong. But no one's asking my opinion, so I'm going to sit here until someone says, what do you think? And then I'll say, well, actually, that very first assumption that you made, that just makes all of the plan not work. Well, why didn't you say something to begin with? I don't agree. Then there's the other one, which I know it all, and everyone else is stupid, so I'm just going to continue to state my opinions and my assumptions. So somewhere in the middle, even if it's not, find a way to respectfully disagree, find a way to state a problem and a solution. Is what I would say. And as a female, you think that it's any worse for you. I actually don't think so. I think, men probably feel the same way. And so don't use that as a crutch. And, don't be timid. Pretend it's your husband. You're wrong, right? Don't let that stop you. But be more respectful about it. Guys are always wrong. Let's talk a little bit more about introvert and extrovert. There's actually a book out. It's been written fairly recently called Quiet. I forgot the name of the who wrote the book, but she does a really interesting TED Talk for any of you who like to do TED Talks. The book is Quiet. And it's basically showing research about how our society as a whole is very much pushes from time-consuming
school through, leadership in companies that you need to be an extrovert to succeed. But we know that a huge percentage of the population is also introverted and actually, very successful too. So this is both a combination of research and some tips about being an introvert and how to be successful. So a couple of you have already touched on the fact of being an introvert. How many of you on the panel, I'm just curious, consider yourself to be an introvert? Okay, 2, and extrovert? Okay, oh, that's probably, kind of pretty good representation of the population. Just curious, how about in the audience? How many of you think you're introverted? And extroverts? Extroverts are like, me first. Let me do my hand first. Should I answer this first? Okay. So, how about, let's do this. I'm going to put them on the spot a little bit. But from the extrovert standpoint, do you have any